Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, I'm your host, Mrs. M. And if you haven't, make sure you click the link below. That way you can subscribe to my channel and receive everything you need to do to scale your cleaning business to six figures and beyond. How? We're going to do this using federal gov cleaning contracts. So I'm going to talk about the three main areas that you want to really focus on when you're looking at getting government cleaning contracts. So the first thing you want to pay attention to are the activities before you start looking even for solicitation. What do you need to do to start getting prepared for that? The second thing is, what do you need to do while you're looking for a bid solicitation? And the third thing is, once you've won that contract, what do you need to do then? So I'm going to get into a couple of key points in each one of these areas. Now, there's a lot more that you can do, but I'm going to just touch on maybe 2 or 3 key points in each area to help you kind of get along and understand it. So the first thing we're going to talk about is what you need to do before you're even looking for a bid solicitation. Well, you know that the first thing you have to do is, of course, meet the basic requirements. So we're going to start with the basic requirements we've met. We have to have, of course, our EIN, our DUNS number, and now we're going to start with our SAM's registration. Before you even start looking for bid solicitations, make sure that your SAM's registration is 100% complete and that you have everything really set aside to know what you're going to do for your SAM's, getting your SAM certification or to register for your SAMs. So it is making sure that you have your like I said, your EIN, your DUNS, you have your point of contact, you know what what you paid yourself for the year. If you're just getting started, you know what that looks like. When it comes to asking annual compensation or for your executive officers, you want to know what you're going to say about that. How many owners are in the company? This is what you want to make sure. And like I said, there's about 6 or 7 parts of SAM. So SAMS is just all by itself. We could go into a serious conversation of SAMS all by itself, which I've done in previous videos. So if you want to know exactly what I've talked about when it comes to registering for SAMS, which is a must-have, then make sure that you look over my previous videos on SAM's registration. Also with the DSBS, which is the Dynamic Small Business Search Profile, very important. Look over your DSBS profile, making sure you have your keywords in place as well as your capability narrative, which is the 2 ways they look for you, and the DSBS profile, which is the Dynamic Small Business Profile. The second thing you want to make sure is that you have your capability statement all ready and done. Have it all complete. And the most important part, or one of the most important parts, because there's so many on the capability statement, is to make sure that you have 3 references and you want to have their name, phone number, email address, and absolutely, this is where we talk about pre-award, looking for solicitations activities. Make sure that you've reached out to the individuals that you're looking to use as a reference. The last thing I want you to do is for you to send them information, because in some solicitations, they want the actual reference to respond. They want them to sign off on something and send it back to the solicitation, the contracting officer in the package. They do not want it to come to you. So you want to make sure that you have some individuals that are going to respond in a timely manner that you're using for a reference. Oh my God, it would be terrible if you're like close to getting this solicitation, having met all the other requirements, and you send this out and your references do not respond in a timely manner. So one of the pre-award activities that I focus on is making sure that I had at least 3 really great references to begin with. And like I said, have their phone number, their name, and make sure you've reached out to them, what kind of services you provided for them, and when. The other pre-award activity or solicitation activity that I would definitely talk about is making sure that you have your mindset ready. I've heard so many people say this looks like it's going to be too hard to find a contract. I don't think I can do it. So have the mind ready, because it is a process and it's not overnight. You have to have the patience. But the thing about it is, when you win that contract, and notice I didn't say if, I said when, it is so worth it, because it literally can change your lives and the lives of others, either in your community, because you can hire them, or in your family. So it's really worth doing it. Now, something else I would do when it comes to my pre-award is having a place that I'm looking for the solicitations. Other than sam.gov, there are so many other places you can look. Like you can actually look at agencies, actual agencies for our NICS code, which is 561720. I've said before that the Department of Defense is one of our number one places that award us contracts. So a pre-award activity could be looking at different agencies within the Department of Defense, like the Department of Army, looking at the contracting officers, sending out introduction letters to them before you even look for a solicitation. So when you look for the solicitation and it's in that agency, guess what? They're going to have already heard about you. They're going to know a little bit about you, and they may even look out for you. So these are some pre-award activities you can do. Make sure you're number one, your basic requirements are all in order. Number two, you have your mindset ready. Number three, start reaching out and doing intros before you do your actual looking and searching for your solicitations. And what I've absolutely suggest is that you have a system in place for finding solicitations other than just sam.gov. So these are pre-award activities that you can do to help you with really being successful and finding a GovClean contract. So the next video will go over what you need to do once you've found a solicitation and how to start preparing that solicitation and that RFP, request for proposal. So if you'd like to know more about all of it, the basic requirements, how to find the solicitations, and what do you need to do once you found one to fill out that RFP, then make sure you click the link below to register for my free masterclass. And it is how to land gov cleaning contracts worth thousands of dollars. That's right. What do you need to do to actually land that gov cleaning contract, whether it's your first one or you lucked up on one and you don't know how you did it because you don't have a system. And we want to make sure we have something in place that we can repeat over and over and over again. And when you do that, you're going to have those contracts rolling in. Now, like I said, it's not magic. It's not like you don't have to put the work in. So if you do not think you have what it takes, guess what? You're wrong. But if you have the mindset right and you've got your systems in place, you will win a Gov contract. Of course, you have to meet the basic requirements, which is at the very least registering in SAMS. So if you've got all that, you've got your mind right, and you understand what some of those activities are, and you want to learn more about what you need to do, then click the link. I'd love to see you at the masterclass. Bring the energy and bring the questions, because we do a quick question and answer, or a question and answer session after the presentation. So I'd love to see you there. And until next time, make sure you take care. Bye-bye.